Hotter than the Monday morning staff meeting at the mesothelioma lawyer. Welcome to Lo-Fi Quasi-Visual Podcast number 6. My name is Coconut Milk. I was actually very excited for Sunday dinner where my family gets together every Sunday this past week to see if any of them would call me Coconut Milk. Unfortunately, we didn't have Sunday dinner, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for next week. I know this flies in the face of last week's thoughts on celebrity, but there seems to be a lot of needless ridicule of the life of Amy Winehouse since her passing. I tend to think drug issues don't make someone less of a person. In fact, their battle with demons makes them even more human to me. And it's almost never funny to make light of a tragedy when it's not your own. However, if it is your own, you do get to make fun of it all you want. Say you lost a testicle in a tragic mini-golf accident. Make all the Lance Armstrong jokes you want. If your mom was high as a kite on smack and shot your dad in the eye, make all the pirate jokes you want. Or if your gay uncle is a closet builder, the world is pretty much your oyster. But don't mock the death of a junkie because her demons are different than yours, and try not to be too excited when you get your death pool payday. In other news, I'm about to break my face on the debt ceiling. If I never hear those two words together for the rest of my life, it'll be too soon. Anytime there's a needlessly contentious issue like this, I find it so frustrating, and I go back to a quote from this dude named Edwin Armstrong, and eventually took his own life, but he invented FM radio. After a long battle with the U.S. government, he summarized American politics better than I've ever heard it before or since when he said, "Men substitute words for reality, then like to argue about the words." Brilliant. A little closer to home. Daughter number 2 gets off the plane from Grandma's house at Logan Airport this past week. The first thing she says to me, "I told Grandma how messed up you guys were, and she totally agreed with me." Apparently, she told my mom that last year for her birthday, she had to go to Toys R Us and buy her own gift with her own money. My mother was appalled. Hell, I'd be appalled if that was actually true, but of course it's not. You see, number 2 has a tendency to embellish. The real story is she actually had to panhandle in a miniskirt for 12 hours on her birthday. Then, after paying her daddy tax, was allowed to buy herself a birthday present. These kids say the darndest things. These kids do inspire me. I don't want to get you too excited right now, although that may be inevitable, but I am currently writing a children's story about a struggling gay interracial zebra who eventually finds vindication in the jungle by further lowering his already miserable expectations of himself. I think one day it's going to make an amazing book when I'm done, for sure an amazing movie, maybe even a musical. I think the sky's the limit with this kind of story arc. I am super excited about this week's music pick. Even though Bon Iver is technically a band, it's still mostly a creative force named Justin Vernon. Imagine if TV on the radio had a singer-songwriter baby that was really a band. That band would be Bon Iver. Or is Bon Iver the quite legitimate bastard spawn of Radiohead and an unknown Heartland folk singer? Not sure. Featured on like half of the brand new Kanye record, if that sounds familiar. Bon Iver, they just put out a couple weeks ago their self-titled album, and it is genius. The texture, experimentation, and innovation of a band like TV on the radio with the thoughtfulness of a Damien Rice. It really is mind-blowing. Here's 33 perfect seconds of the best song on the album from Bon Iver. It's called Holocene, or Holocene, or Holocene, or Holocene, or Holocene, but I think it's pronounced Holocene.
And once I knew I was not magnificent. Straight above the highway.
Aw, that was nice, right? Bon Iver's actually been blowing up my pager for closing thoughts. I guess they're big Jonathan Papelbon fans. So here's closing thoughts with Jonathan Papelbon. When you hear about the impending threat of Islam, do you think to yourself about how truly scary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Ahmad Rashad are? Do you ever wish you had a Facebook alter ego that had all the same friends but no one knew was you? So when someone posts that they got a good night's sleep or their cat is happy to see them, you can actually write all the horrible, mean, nasty things that are in your head. Do you think that this is the ugliest shirt ever? I do. Would you like to live in a place where they measure the humidity on something called a misery index? Not sure if I do. Do you think somewhere in the back of Pierce Morgan's mind he feels like a total douche? Because not only is he really a douche, he gets to play the role of Simon Cowell on America's Got Talent, where he routinely rips everyone's weak performance. All the while, his show that replaced Larry King's show on CNN is the weakest performance I've seen on TV in a million years. It makes my children's story idea look like Mark Twain. Till next time, Mecca Heine Ho. Bye bye, and remember who's got your back? Coconut milk.